Oh, God. Right. I apologise that I'm late. I was playing around with the filters. And now I look like Porky Pig, you know, when he opens a cartoon. That's all, folks. Oh, no, that's the end. I can't get rid of the fucking circle now. I don't know how I did it. I was clicking on loads of stuff, and and now I have no idea how I've done that. Anyway, I can adjust the size of it, look, but I can't get rid of it. Anyway, sorry. There we go. I'll hide it in the corner like that. There we go. Now it looks weird. For fuck's sake. I'm obviously in a daft little circle, aren't I? Anyway. God. Rough as a bears? Well, yeah. I've been doing a bit of fizz. Anyway. Sorry about that. Warner Brothers sponsoring me, yeah. If Warner Brothers sponsored me, the sound quality would be better, wouldn't it? That looks alright though, doesn't it? It's not terrible. I think I'm a little bit zoomed in. What do you think? I can move this around, I just can't get rid of it. Shall I put it like that where it's like in the middle? Or shall I just put it off on an angle? Like staring out the porthole. Like, it's good for all you Navy boys, isn't it? It's like you're looking through a porthole, watching me get changed. Yeah, weird. Ooh, you're too big. Fuck it. Anyway, alright, I'll leave it like that then. I'll move it up a bit. Just so I seem to be interfering with my text now. You can see more of the screen like that. Alright then, I guess we'll leave it. It was a... was that a happy accident? Yeah, it's okay. Alright. Fuck it. Right. So hello everyone. Sorry I'm late. There's 94 here in chat today, so I'm not doing Oxbridge pleasantries. You can fuck off. You don't come here for the pleasantries. You come here for the good stuff. The news. Better than LBC news, isn't it? So, glory hole. Even if I was a kinky bastard, you would never get me putting my cock through a random hole in a wall. I'd be assuming that it was a trap, and there'd be not some sort of homosexual trap. I mean a trap as in madman with a mousetrap / meat cleaver on the other side of it. I like to see what I'm putting my cock in. Thank you very much. Right. Let's have a look at this, shall we? You've done it. No way. Right. I don't want to talk about glory holes. That sort of alarms me. I want to talk about Extinction Rebellion. Because they're at it again, aren't they? The little rat bastards are at it again. And you know what really I found strange about this article? We know obviously that, let's say, anybody over the age of about, 30, just thinks they're a bunch of twats. Because obviously when you're a little kid, it's like looking through a telescope. Hang on, what about that? There we go. There we go. You can see a bit more of the thing there, can't you? That's better. We know that anyone over the age of about 30, 35 thinks they're a massive bunch of twats. Unless you're a brainwashed lefty, which usually means posh, went to a posh school, actor, singer, you know, wanker. The people who never have to deal with any of the real world problems. The people who live in areas where they're not even going to see a fucking asylum seeker, and they all drive 90 grand cars whilst telling everybody else that they have to watch the climate footprint. I've just read the other day that the founder of the organisation drives a diesel, right, which tries some roller skates. She said, oh, I can't afford it, diesel's cheaper. Fucking walk. Get the bus. Get the train. I had a car when I was living in York. I swear down, I did about fucking 5,000 miles a year on it. Hello in Australia, Petter. It's we're all over the place, then, aren't we? Here, California, Australia, Britain, sort of right in the middle there. They've had an exclusion order issued this afternoon for large parts of London. Fucking good. It is about time these absolute spunk trumpets got seriously nicked in massive quantities. I think it's absolutely astounding the way they go out with kid gloves on them all the time. Did you see me R2s interviewing them? They didn't have a clue. Honest to God, they never have a clue. The one I remember the best was when Katie Hopkins was getting badgered by one of them, and she went, what school did you go to? Do you mind me asking? And he was like, what's that got to do with anything? We know why it's got plenty to do with anything. Because you're all uniformly arrogant, upper middle class penises. That's why. Peni. Is that the plural? Like octopi? Peni. What a massive, massive bunch of peni. So, let's have a read of this. Because it's got some numbers in here, some figures. And the figures blew my mind. It says, what is Extinction Rebellion and what does it want? I know what it is. It's a pile of shite. That's what it is. What does it want? It wants to fuck your day up. It wants to make you late for work. It wants to stop you from going on holiday. And it wants to make itself feel smug. That's what it wants. This beast. You'll die of old age. We'll die of climate change. I'll stop you there, love. I'll stop you there. They've been saying that for 40 years. They were saying in the 70s that we're all going to be underwater in the 80s. And in the 80s, they said the fucking polar bears were all going to drown in the 90s. And in the 90s, they said everyone in the noughties would have webbed fucking feet. And guess what? None of it happened. None of it happened. You just keep moving the goalposts. Like I said, they don't just move the goalposts. They fucking melt the goalposts into slag, shape it into a cannonball, and then fire it into the fucking sun. That's what they do with the goalposts. The goalposts are non-existent, where Extinction Rebellion are in fucking charge. So, let's go through the comments. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm trying to multitask better is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be a bit more professional. Mostly old people who've already made money, yes. Middle class, upper crust wankers. They are the establishment, yeah. Again, well, they're all rich, aren't they? Nearly everybody in the House is a Commons is posh. Commons? What's Commons about them? Fucking Boris Johnson, yeah, he's common. He talks like me. There's nobody in there who talks like me. Put some job vacancies on the streets that they're demonstrating on. They won't go near them. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'd rather just put a gang of 50 scaffolders that want to get to work on the same street they're on and watch them go to town. Give them a legal exemption and promise they won't be charged for common assault. And they'll clear the streets without the police having to do it. The coppers can have a rest. Can men multitask? No, men can't multitask. No, I've told you need tits to multitask. That's a fact. Science suggests women are better multitaskers than men. I tell my missus that, and slightly sexist. I think women are better at doing numerous things at once, but men are definitely better at being fucking laser focused on one thing. And that probably makes sense from some evolutionary standpoint. Men have got better hand-eye coordination as well. The whole thing with driving, my missus insists women are better drivers because they have less accidents. Women have less accidents because you're more risk averse. I'm sorry, ladies, but it's true. You are much safer drivers because you're more risk averse. But you're not as good. Your reactions aren't as good. Your fucking hand-to-eye coordination's not as good. Women can't throw as good. It's a fact. So yeah, women are way safer drivers. If I want someone to drive my mother and father to the hospital, I'll get me missus. If I want someone to drive me away from a bank robbery very, very fast, I'm getting a bloke to do it. I guarantee, find me a bird who can drive a car as fast as Lewis Hamilton. Fucking find me one. And it's not like the band. Men are better drivers than women, but women are safer drivers. It's all to do with the application of risk, not being better at it. Because, sorry, lasses are just not better at driving. Fucking fact. Anyway, sexist quote of the day. You can quote me on that, girls. Have it. You can have that one for now. But women are much better and safer. And women are basically better than men at loads of stuff. All the stuff that requires you to be reasonable and logical and risk averse, women are better at. Men take too many risks. That's why 99% of Darwin Award recipients are men. That's why silly cunts see a building that's massive and go, I'm going to jump off that cunt. It's always a bloke. Blokes, this is why we work so well together. in harmony, like yin and yang, because women and men complement each other. Same with personalities. I talk endless shit. My wife's very introverted. She's very, very quiet. Because I went on a date, several women I went out with over the years who were as noisy as me. And 5 minutes into the date, I was sitting there going, holy shit, this silly fucking mare doesn't shut the fuck up. I know that sounds terribly hypocritical. It's just opposites attract, right? If you're a gobshite woman, typically they get married to introverted men. I mean, it's just fucking obvious. All the stuff to do with human psychology and physiology is interesting to have a chat about in the pub, why we do things. Because we all want to know why. Humans are very inquisitive. We look at something and we go, why? Why does it do it? It's why we had all them God stories when we were young and we still thought the world was flat. But it's only controversial, any of this stuff, if you're a communist and you don't want to inhabit the real world. It's not controversial to say things like men are stronger than women, is it? You never meet a woman who goes, you fucking bastard, when you say, I've never met one. Plenty of women have said, yeah, women are better than men at plenty of things, but men are better than women at plenty of things. It's the way it is. It's why we complement each other. For example, women are better at multitasking, but men are stronger than them. You never meet a woman who goes, fuck off, you cunt. It's like I've talked about women who claim they can drink more than men. I'll tell you what, the amount of birds who said that to me over the years. One of my first girlfriends, Jill, she said to me, oh, my friend, what was she called? It was so long ago, I forget. Lisa, I do remember, because she went to our school. She said, my friend Lisa can drink men under the table. She does it all the time. I said, really? She went, yeah. I said, come on then, get her out, we'll fucking do it. I was about 18. She come out, she said, yeah, she can drink pints faster than blokes as well. I went, go on then, are you ready? We got to a pint each. She was like, go. I give her even a couple of seconds, and I just went, bosh. And I beat her by about 3 inches. She went, okay, we'll do it again. Sure enough, 5 pints later, 90 minutes, she's like, I fucking love you. What? I thought you could drink blokes under the table. It happens, but not often. This is what every lunatic, gender-bending communist talks about. The exception is always the rule. Oh yeah. Well, 11 years ago, I met a little fat bird who could outdrink a fucking 90-pound weakling who was a bloke. That's not proving anything. In general, 99 over 100 blokes can drink more than women. The exceptions do not prove the rule. Oh shit, one of you's just reminded me there. Completely went off on a tangent. Bob Monkhouse. Just as I do, a tangent. Good Bob Monkhouse joke. I was watching TV with my dad when I was a little kid. And he said to me, this fella's genuinely funny. He said he used to be like a blue comedian. They put him on TV. Now he's like dead, PC. But he's actually funny and he's dead witty. And this is like daytime TV when I was on the 6 weeks holidays. And then one of the contestants, he said to him, what do you do for a living? And the guy said, I'm a truck driver. And he said, oh yeah, what type of things do you deliver? And he said, well, I'm in charge with delivering hazardous chemicals, so, it's better money. He said, for example, I drive a 20-ton truck and you can fill it with all sorts of chemicals like, acids, alcohols. Bob Monkhouse stopped him and went, it's amazing how much alcohol you can pump into a 20-tonner. Still, I shouldn't have married the woman. And I remember seeing that and thinking, that's fucking brilliant. That's like a brilliant off-the-cuff, clean joke by a daytime TV comedian. And that's Bob Monkhouse. He was quality. Anyway, went off on a tangent with a Bob joke. And also with sexism and sexual dimorphism and everything else I do. If it wasn't a pointless meandering gossip, you wouldn't come here, would you? How long you been married? 7 years, Rosebud. 3 inches, that's promised. Can we stop talking about cock? I've been told loads of times I talk about cock far too much. Bob Monkhouse was as good as Bernard Manning when he was... apparently, he was fantastic. That's what my dad always told me. Right. Back to the Extinction Rebellion. Let's do it. Or I'll be here all fucking day. So the numbers is what I wanted to talk about. It says, campaign group Extinction Rebellion has begun what it describes as two... There's a lot of text on there. Can I make that bigger? There we go. That all right? Let me have a look. There we go, yeah. You can see the text, can't you? At least you can buy lots of guns. Yes, I've already got a shooter, and when I was in Alabama, I had an AR-15, but I had to sell that because California is packed with commies. Although, like I said, not the whole state. Where I've moved to, every single person I meet is a fucking right-winger. Every one of them. I went to every bar in town. It's a small town. On the weekend, it's about 7. Got talking to loads of the locals, dozens of them. Obviously, I'm a gobshite. I talk politics with some of them, honestly. Every single one of them is fucking right wing. So California, like I said, you move out into the sticks, it's fucking spot on. But unfortunately, commies run the state, so I had to sell me long-barreled weapon. Anyway, Extinction Rebellion describes itself, of course, according to itself, it's amazing, as an international non-violent civil disobedience movement. It says life on Earth is in crisis. It's self-important. They want to make themselves famous. Just go and look at them on Facebook. It's all about them. Fucking, you've never seen such a bunch of self-obsessed soy boys in all of your natch. I'm telling you. In fact, I might have a quick look on Facebook because they were on the Liberalists group today and I was pissing myself laughing. Let me have a look. Nah, there's too much shit on there now. It's gone. Who knows? But yeah, shocking. Like, it's just a bunch of soy boys fucking posing for selfies going like, yeah. We don't care, lads. We don't care. You're just proper in love with your own fucking ego and your own appearance, aren't you? So, right. These twats want the government to declare a climate and ecological emergency. But here's the kicker, right? Here's the kicker. And those of you that watched me for a while have obviously seen my older videos about this. They only want the governments of the Western world to declare a climate emergency. Because, as I've told you guys before, I've crunched the numbers. It doesn't make sense. People say every little helps. It doesn't. People who say every little helps haven't got the brains they were born with. They can't do basic mathematics. Every little doesn't fucking help. Because you're not talking about, what? Sewing a zip on your jeans. You're talking about a global issue that can only be assisted by a global effort if they really want to tackle this problem. And they don't, so fuck it, yeah? This is what I think of your Extinction Rebellion manifesto, yeah? Roll it up and fuck it. That's what you should do with the Extinction Rebellion. Roll it up and wedge it firmly up your dirt box, because it's the biggest pile of shit you will ever see. The wankers couldn't rebel in their own pillowcase. Yes, that's true. It's bollocks. And yeah, I'm assuming that's the 30th pseudonym for my deranged stalker. Crunch the numbers. Yes, crunch the numbers. I've done several videos about it. We measure the amount of carbon a person outputs. And we can do it very simply. It's tons, metric tons. And we know the single biggest issue to climate change is the number of people. So, yeah, crunch the numbers. It's quite fucking logical. Again, go and watch some old videos if you wish. My mods are doing a terrible job, like. No, I've only blocked one person in my entire life, and it's the same twat that's made 30 fucking alts, which is the very definition of trolling. So fuck off. Right, done. Where were we? They say Earth is in crisis and facing a mass extinction. It isn't, because they've been saying it for 40 years. Extinction Rebellion was launched in 2018 and organised status. Now it now has groups willing to take action in dozens of countries. Will it? But not in the big ones, which takes me to this. CO2 emissions by country. China. Not a small percentage, is it? Fucking 30% of the whole world. So they're whinging about you because you've got a fucking... You go on holiday with the kids once a year. You take the kids to Spain, right? So they're having a go at you. They're having a pop at you because you want to have an holiday every now and then. But China, who accounts for 30% of the entire planet's fucking O2 output, don't care. And guess what? That's only going to go up. Any minuscule drop in the ocean that we make is going to be less than fuck all, which takes me back to my Titanic analogy, i.e. it's like the Titanic having a fucking 50-foot hole in the side and you sitting there going, oh my God, the fish tanks have got too much water in them. It's bollocks. It's bollocks. Right, so that's that. It's going to go. Every year the population goes up in China, and every year they build more coal fucking power plants. So let's say we shave 10% of our emissions this year. Next year's global emissions are going to be higher by far because people keep multiplying. Those pesky people keep multiplying in China and India. So this is all pointless. They want to take your job off you, stop you getting to work, stop you going on holiday, and force you to pay thousands of pounds for a new boiler because China won't stop fucking, and they've just got rid of the two-child policy. So you are shagged, ladies and gents. You have to spend 10 grand on a new boiler, stop going on holiday, sell your fucking car, have less kids, stop eating meat, because China and India won't stop fucking. What is the point? This is the single point I keep making. If they could tell me a logical, reasonable way where making these small changes that we're making would make a difference, I would be up for doing it. I'd be up for doing it. I'm happy to make changes to help the world out. But you can't make a difference by constantly fucking the Western world and allowing the big populations of the world, China, India, Brazil, etc., to just keep having people, as many as they like. Either tell me a fucking logical, reasonable step we can all take, or stop bothering me. Because it is, as I've just explicitly said, less than a drop in the ocean. It will do nothing. Everyone in Western Europe could live in a cave. We could ban cars, ban engines, ban generators, ban holidays, eat fucking nothing but cockroaches. And in 2 years' time, our global emissions will be higher than they are now. Because China's goes up every year, and India's goes up every year. So what's the point? Simple, right? There's the numbers. Britain, look at this. Britain isn't even in the top 15. 15. Britain's below Iran, South Korea, Indonesia, fucking Saudi Arabia. Britain's down there. Britain's underneath Turkey. Britain's underneath Turkey, and you can't go on holiday. Are you having a bubble? I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's lunacy. Seriously, get the calculator out, Extinction Rebellion, and make a good case for us having a shit existence, because you've failed miserably. So yeah, they love giving you the facts about how many followers they've got on Facebook, right? There's one, 408,000 followers on Facebook. It's worthless. It's like Twitter tweets. The twats in Parliament think whatever you say on Twitter, it has to go because Twitter's the most important. Only 20% of the country's on Twitter. 80% of the country isn't. And most of those people think the twats on Twitter tweet shite all day long. Look at the facts, right? So 408,000 followers on Facebook. Woohoo! It's meaningless. Let's look at some real facts, shall we? What are their aims? Blah, blah, blah. Here's the facts. Where are the numbers I wanted to see? They're on here somewhere. What have critics said about it? Well, we know what. If you're a left wing, you're not a critic. You're enthusiastic praise all the time because you think it'll help bring about mass chaos and societal unrest, and then you'll finally get your glorious communist fucking utopia. Who supports Extinction Rebellion? This is the meat of it, right? Younger people are most likely to agree with its aims. Oh, but that's a bit of a misleading paragraph, isn't it, BBC? Because you're just telling us they're most likely to agree with its aims. Let's look at the actual numbers. Extinction Rebellion has the most support amongst young... Don't care about the headline, look at the actual numbers. Adults asked if they broadly supported the disruption of public transport in London. Support, 41%. Oppose, 45%. So even among 18 to 24-year-olds, they oppose Extinction Rebellion. You read that right. The BBC are trying to couch it in flowery language. Young people are the most supportive. Why isn't the headline, nobody fucking supports Extinction Cunting Rebellion? Why is that not the headline? Nobody supports Extinction Rebellion, even 18 to 24-year-olds. Done. 25 to 49-year-olds, slightly higher percentage, don't support Extinction Rebellion. 50 to 65, almost everyone doesn't support Extinction Rebellion. And the oldest and wisest amongst us, the old and grey, those that know up from down and left from right because they've spent 65 years navigating the planet, 70% of them think Extinction Rebellion are a mammoth set of fucking gonads. So, jam your Extinction Rebellion up your shitbox. Yeah? Do it. Poke it up your fucking sheriff's badge. It's so obvious, but we won't talk about this in the mainstream media. The BBC, Sky News, Channel 4, The Guardian. Why aren't they saying nobody supports Extinction Rebellion? Why has nobody said that? Why am I on Facebook? Right. So there you go. Easy done, isn't it? More support amongst younger adults. No support. No support amongst the wider public. It says compared with 33% of those aged 50 to 65 and just 26% of over 65s. Oh, but it's also received public support from a random bunch of famous people, so you should be mega impressed with that. Who gives a fuck? Oh yeah, so the general public, the voting public, the numbers look like that. Yeah? Right there in the sort of lighter blue. But don't forget, Emma Thompson, Massive Attack and Radiohead like Extinction Rebellion. So fuck you. Fuck you. What? You want to go on holiday? You want to go on holiday to Spain with the kids once a year? Fuck off. Massive Attack don't think you should be doing that. So you can't go. Huzzah, I managed a live show at last. Hello Craig, welcome. Is this the only... Maybe it's the time difference. Although no, because it's still fucking 11:30 in Britain. Anyway, there you go. So, it's bollocks. There's the numbers. There's the facts. There's the figures. And we'll just sign off with, don't forget Massive Attack and Radiohead like them. You can't make it up. You couldn't fucking make it up. Rusty Sheriff's Badge, I believe that was a Viz annual at some point. My head's toppers with Viz. I blame them for my foul mouth and constant stream of profanities. It's a childhood spent reading the Viz. So there you go. Stephen Fry backs them as well. There you fucking go. How much money's he got? Small town in California known as Lompoc. It's about half an hour's drive from downtown Santa Barbara. Lovely place, right on the coast. About 40,000 people here. Sorted. Beautiful surrounds, the fucking works, and not a communist in sight. Right, I think that's about it. You haven't missed much. We've just been talking about Extinction Rebellion. If you want to see more about Extinction Rebellion, comb through my videos or go on my channel and type in Extinction Rebellion, because I've ranted about the Extinction Rebellion plenty of times in the past. I was an early adopter of calling Extinction Rebellion a massive bunch of cunts. So there you go. Even Viz is woke now. I've heard. Like I said, the reason I'm black-pilled of late is because it just seems like even though we voted Conservative for like fucking 15 years, we keep getting left-wing governments. So it's a really sad state of affairs. Plenty of room for Afghans? Nope, I don't think so. No, we'll have none round here, I'm telling you. The locals will not have it. If they bring a bunch of them over here, it'll be like fucking Frankenstein's monster getting chased out of town by a bunch of angry tribesmen. They'll have the torches out. It's not going to work. So, it's fucked. It's fucked, lads. There you go. Extinction Rebellion. Have a look. In fact, shall I do it for you before I go? Let me have a look. I'm sure I can. I'll take a couple of questions while I look it up on my channel. But I'm sure there's an easy way of me doing this. If I go onto it, and I'll find you a link. If I go onto videos and type in Extinction Rebellion, I bet you I can get you a nice easy link in the chat. But there was one of them where, do you remember when they were stopping lads getting to work? And they basically pull the lads who were on the platform wanting to get to work and being denied it by these posh fucking choppers. Basically pulled him off the train roof, and it wasn't for the fact the coppers intervened. They would have probably kicked him to death on the platform, which again, I don't really support that level of violence, but you play silly games, you win silly fucking prizes. I want to get to work, and it's got nothing to do with you. If you want to play the legalese like the lefties always do, you could probably make the argument it's some sort of common assault, right? Because you're preventing me from going where I want to go as a free man. If I want to walk down that corridor, you're not allowed to prevent me, right? So they are quite within the rights to fucking move you. And if you get banged up a little bit during the moving, well then that's your fucking fault, isn't it? Extinction, let's see if I've got anything on here. Oh God, Extinction Rebellion hit the cenotaph. That was a fucking absolute... Nothing's made me madder than Extinction Rebellion hit the cenotaph. Where's the... I'll just get you the link. So there's Extinction Rebellion hit the cenotaph. Go and give that a watch. I'm sure you'll enjoy it, because it seriously boiled my piss to a frankly alarming extent. And the piss is already boiling in the Bootneck household. And the other one was... oh yeah, Extinction Rebellion unites the nation in rage. You can have that one for now as well, lads. There you go. You can have that for now, lads. Check them out. The police stopped Paz from being a copper because he's white. Well, of course, I know loads of lads who got stopped being police. Loads of fit, athletic, strong, tough, stoic, squared away bootnecks who went to join the police and they were like, sorry, mate, we need to hire a fat, disabled dwarf. It's the world we're living in. It's the world we're fucking living in. Gooner, you do not mess with the cenotaph. On those words, I shall end it. If we have a holy place, secular British people, it is the cenotaph, because we're well aware that young people, millions of them, gave their lives for us to enjoy living free. Seriously, if you touch the cenotaph, you are my enemy, and I will do everything in my power to resist you. You fucking dirty, scruffy, smelly hippie. Alright? We can finish on that. Thanks for watching. Go and watch the video I made earlier today. The acoustics are a bit shit since I moved house. I'll have to look into making the sound better because it's doing my head in. Or buying a posh mic or something. But yeah, like it, share it, do all the usual bollocks. And ladies and gents, I'll see you very soon. Alright?